Recently, I have received several questions about ISTA's position on various education issues that affect you as an educator. I am Nate Snellenberger, President of the Indiana State Teachers Association, and I want to clarify ISTA's position on a few important issues like collective bargaining, teacher evaluation, merit pay, and teacher tenure and seniority. Let me begin with collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is an orderly process that provides an effective and a professional framework for teachers and school districts to meet, to discuss, and to negotiate labor agreements and to reconcile their differences. Since 1973, through collective bargaining and discussion, administrators have been able to utilize the professional experience of teachers to address relevant issues. Teachers are uniquely qualified to engage in discussions about the working conditions that are most beneficial to improved student learning. To deny discussion and bargaining on any facet of the education process is a missed opportunity to utilize the vast wealth of expertise possessed by Indiana's teachers. Opponents of collective bargaining often claim that it is a large part of student achievement problems. However, data from the National Assessment of Education Progress show otherwise. States in which there are no teachers covered under binding agreements score lower on achievement tests than states that have them. Reports show that those states are among the lowest in the nation. In Indiana, many of the best performing school districts are those which have collective bargaining rights for educators and have had them for years. The top 20 performing schools based on last year's ISTA results are all in school systems where teachers and administrators collectively work together under the guidance of Public Law 217. So it should be clear that collective bargaining is not an impediment to student achievement. Needless to say, ISTA strongly supports collective bargaining as it currently exists. Now let's look at tenure. First of all, it's a myth that K-12 teachers in Indiana have tenure. What we do have is a due process procedure. Due process is simply a means to provide a teacher who is facing dismissal with the relevant accusations concerning his or her performance, and it gives the teacher an opportunity to be defended before the local school board. ISTA does not support keeping ineffective teachers in the classroom. In fact, we support the current practice that allows any teacher, regardless of seniority, to be dismissed for just cause. No locally negotiated contract or any state law forbids the firing of a teacher who has been determined through a fair evaluation system to have performed poorly. Seniority is simply a system that provides an orderly process to reduce staffing when necessary, and that protects against arbitrary decisions by administrators to replace more experienced and therefore more expensive teachers with less expensive ones. Seniority is not a performance issue, and it does not protect ineffective teachers. We've also recently heard much about the merits of merit pay. It is important to remember that there are many kinds of merit pay plans, including merit pay for an individual teacher, all the way to merit pay for an entire school community, rewarding its good work. ISTA opposes singling out individuals for merit pay bonuses because that fails to recognize the collaborative and professional nature of teaching. ISTA is much more supportive of a building-wide bonus that might be provided to all staff or for schools that show outstanding student achievement improvement over time. ISTA also questions how merit pay programs will be funded. Especially during these difficult economic times, offering merit pay bonuses to select individual means a reduction in resources for student learning or the reduction of other educators' compensation. ISTA does not support either of those funding options. And finally, where does ISTA stand on teacher evaluation? ISTA strongly supports teacher evaluation. ISTA believes that the teacher evaluation process should be fair, rigorous, consistently applied, realistic of the rigors of the teaching profession, and should be based on multiple measures of evaluation. ISTA does not support using a single criteria like student test scores as the sole measure of evaluation, because ISTA does not believe that would provide a comprehensive nor a defensible evaluation. ISTA also believes that all teacher evaluation systems should have a clear focus on improving teacher practice to improve student learning. I hope this brief explanation will help you better understand how your organization supports your interests on these important issues, and I thank you for your work and dedication for the more than 1 million public school students in the state of Indiana. Thank you.